It's closing time for some on Rockford City Council. In their last full meeting, departing members offer advice to their replacements and plan for what's next.
3 new city council members will be sworn in next week. Before that happens, those keeping their seats warm have parting words. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley catches up with outgoing members before they leave office.
The atmosphere inside Rockford City Hall tonight felt like the last day of school more than a typical council scene. But the political end is nigh for some, potentially.
As rescue workers search for survivors.
One last public comment and final goodbyes for Rockford City Council members.
Serving in government is not for the weak. You're doing what's right for citizens and not what's right for interest groups.
3 members sit in their last full meeting. Bill Rose is one of them.
Things that I put forward were not always the most popular, but I did them because I knew that they were the right thing to do.
Rose says he'll keep active in local politics, but as an educator, he offers a final grade for his time.
If the value is on the human value, then I'd give us an A.
The Barbara Coleman redevelopment.
Councilmember Isidro Barrios brings a list of what he calls accomplishments during his time on City Council.
And was an honor, or is an honor, to serve the citizens of Rockford.
Barrios has mentioned he's in early talks to fill a Winnebago County board seat, left open by his City Council replacement. An update on that is redirected to Chairman Joe Shirelli.
It's his decision to announce what's going on in Winnebago County.
The final outgoing member is Jeff Bailey, who wasn't available for an interview. His replacement, Alderman-elect Tamir Bell, waits feet behind him in the audience.
We're ready for the next council for this season.
Councilmember Rose offered another advice for new leaders. Keep your phone close by as constituents need help when severe weather rolls through.
Thank you, Nathaniel. The final council for these members is technically next Monday, but their replacements will be sworn in before the meeting ends.